All right. Welcome to Stormie's Doodles. We are live on Instagram and also filming for Facebook. We're here with Erika for puppy culture and a little bit of training, kind of mixed in for Culture Friday.
Yep.
And Erika is actually going to ask some questions. She came up with a great idea to kind of throw it out there where there are some questions from future families or even current families, however, whoever's got a puppy out there. And she's going to answer some of those we got today.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Erika, for joining us.
Of course. Yeah. It'll be
Top
fun.
Choice Dog Training.
Yes.
And all right.
Okay.
I'm going to hand it over to you.
So yeah, today we're going to kind of just get them used to taking treats from my hand. I have a couple different kinds of treats to see if anybody has a preference on what kind of treats they like. But it'll be kind of a good first step before next week we move into conditioning the clicker with them, just to get them used to taking the treats from a hand.
Super cool.
So let's see. I've got some freeze-dried lamb, and this is Nike, right?
Yeah,
Nike.
yeah, the little boy. Yeah,
Little
we're
Nike.
doing Nike first.
So cute. So,
super cute.
what is that?
Kind of getting ready.
I don't
like,
care.
what is happening?
What
What is she handing me?
I like to break them up nice and small for them because they're little.
Plus, they're little itty bitty. It's going to be
One.
fun to see who takes maybe the Bernedoodles might be like, yeah, we love them. You know, like
it's
crunch
interesting
them all
because
up.
I feel like sometimes the bigger puppies are like
Go for it.
a little bit more into it. Sometimes. But let's see, maybe he likes the salmon. Trying to find a small piece.
I'll have to keep an eye on them since they've been moved inside into the big kids pen. A couple of them can jump out over there, so
oh boy.
that's why we moved them a little earlier.
What's that one? What do you think? He's like, I don't care about your treat, lady.
He's like, ain't happening today.
Not into it? He's just not into the treats right now. Here, maybe I get a little tiny crumb. What do you think? Here, maybe I put you down. We'll give you a chance, but if you don't want them, you don't want them, right?
He's so itty bitty.
He like licked it a little bit. He's just not sure what to do, huh?
Well, yeah, that's why we're doing it, just to kind of get him used to it.
Yep. He like licked my finger a couple times.
They take a little time eating too. They don't like when we put the bowl in front of them, and it's no longer has to be like mush or anything because they're eating just solid food.
Good.
They take a little while to jump over. Although Nike usually kind of runs over there first.
Yeah, he's kind of just like, what the heck?
But they still kind of very curious.
Yeah.
5 weeks old now, so.
I'll give you a minute.
Or 6 weeks. 6 weeks old, actually. Yeah, because puppy pick day is tomorrow.
I love seeing the pictures of like all the families with their pics. Their puppy pics. Okay, so he's just not into
really
them,
the best part. When we get to meet everybody.
Yeah. Okay, so he doesn't want them, which is fine. We'll try again with him next week, and maybe he'll. And sometimes their appetite fluctuates during a day too, so it's like
for sure.
Okay, so we'll do a little girl.
And that's Lainey.
Lainey, I love that name. It's such a pretty name.
Cute name.
Okay, I'm going to actually. Yeah, I wanted to kind of keep track real quick of who likes what.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you tried all 3 samples with him too earlier?
Yeah, I tried all 3 and he was not interested in any of them right now, which it's okay.
And that's freeze-dried, so it's part of the raw, right? Some of the raw, is that?
Yeah. So I think it's like liver.
Okay.
Maybe it's not. Usually I'll do like the freeze-dried beef liver, which a lot of dogs really like, but they didn't have it at the store. And these ones are like nice and small, which is good because sometimes when you get the freeze-dried beef liver, it's like huge chunks. And
kind of like almost like jerky, right?
Yeah.
You gotta cut it up.
Yeah, I like to cut them up too because otherwise it's like, especially with training, you're going to be giving them a lot of treats. So, there you go. Good job.
So where can families find some of that? I mean, obviously they can probably order it online.
Yeah.
Some of the raw stuff, but there are some pet stores that have them. Where did you get yours?
Yeah, I got these at Pet Supermarket. So even it doesn't have to be like some of the like boutique style stores will have more options when it comes to like that type of stuff. And even like Pet Supermarket, PetSmart has them.
Right.
Sometimes I'll order from Amazon.
Okay, yeah.
And get them in super quick.
I'm sure Chewy.
So yeah, they have, yeah,
Chewy.com
Chewy's always good. She might not be in
some,
here either. Oh yeah, so we did have
a couple questions.
So Tia was asking, what's the best way to potty train and how long it usually takes? So potty training, it can take different amounts of time depending on the dog, but also, you know, how consistent you are with taking them out and whatnot. I like to kind of combine potty training with crate training personally because it's kind of uncommon for a dog to potty in their crate because they have to sit in it anyway.
Right.
So I could go on and on about crate training, but for the potty training aspect, one important aspect of that is when you take your dog or your puppy outside to go potty is make sure you bring treats with you because you really want to reward them as soon as they go potty. Sometimes people will bring their dog back inside and then give them the treat inside.
Yeah.
But by that point, it's like the dog doesn't know they're being rewarded for the pottying part. It's for coming inside. So bring treats outside with you. Again, that way when they go, you can reward them as soon as they do. I also, oh, good job. You took that salmon one, huh?
Wow.
Good girl.
Good job, Lainey.
I like to take puppies out on a leash when it's potty time as well, because a lot of times when you get outside, it's kind of like they're so excited to be outside that they're not always thinking about using the bathroom. Sometimes it's like they're running around or they're picking up like grass or rocks or whatever off the ground. So it can kind of help to keep them on track a little bit. And you're also getting them just used to being on a leash when you do that too. So that can help.
I love the part that you said about rewarding them outside with the treat. There's a family that shared they were having a little bit of trouble because they let him out, but he'll come right back in and pee on the little throw rug that they had. But they were, after they switched that over to rewarding them outside, making it a big deal. Like they were really like singing and dancing.
Yeah, you can praise too. It's not just the treats too. Yeah, like do I look crazy sometimes when I'm
yeah, the mom was like, I probably look like a nut to my neighbors, but I didn't care. It was working, you know, it worked. And it switched it in like a day, you know.
Yeah, they pick up on it pretty quick usually. Yeah, but that's a good point too about, you know, if you take your dog or your puppy outside and they don't go when you take them out, that's kind of goes back into like the crate training and using the crate for potty training, because if you take them out and they don't go, what I would do is put them in their crate for 10 or 15 minutes and then take them back out and kind of rotate them between the crate and outside until they do go. Because that can happen sometimes in the beginning where they don't go outside and then as soon as they get inside they're going on the floor and it's like, so you had to go, you just didn't want to do it out there.
Yeah.
So she took like one salmon treat. I'm gonna try and see if she'll take another one of the salmon ones.
She's looking at it, so she's definitely engaged. Look at her lips still.
I'm like trying to find a nice small piece for her.
Nice.
Oh, she perked up a little bit at that. We got some big barks in there. Those are some big dog barks.
Little green boy.
Okay, well, she took one salmon. So we'll call that a win. And I could probably just watch the live later and like down who ate what. But...
Oh yeah, that was Lainey.
Yes, Lainey. So she ate like one salmon.
Okay.
So she didn't really care about the other ones, but I'm glad we have a variety for them to pick from. And then we'll have little Tootsie.
Yeah, Tootsie's next.
Little Tootsie.
And we're doing Beauji's little petite Goldendoodles first, and this is Tootsie. Super cute.
She is really cute. You're precious. All right, so let's see what you like. You want to try that lamb one? What do you think? You're licking your lips. You
She
like
might eat it.
licks?
She's usually pretty good about.
What do you think? Yeah, you're licking.
I can see a little pink, her little tongue coming out.
Yeah, I'm sure it stands out
So
a lot.
funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I put it down actually. So I mean, the thing that's nice to see with the treats is when they're like, there you go, good job.
Hazel.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but it's like she wants it and she's licking at it. She just doesn't know how to like actually grab it yet, which is why I thought it would be good to kind of do this so that they can kind of figure it out. And she's like pawing at it a little bit with her little paw.
Mm-hmm.
Like she wants it, but they're just a little clumsy about it, huh? Nice sweetie pie.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there you go. Good job. Good job. So she ate that one. That was good. And that was the lamb one that she liked.
So the salmon was a hit, huh?
She likes the lamb one.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
So
Lainey liked the salmon though.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So yeah, it's nice to see them kind of move toward the treat too.
Yeah.
And again, she's doing a lot of licking at it, but she's like doesn't know how to get it into her mouth. There you go. Good job. So it's like sometimes at the beginning, it's like you almost have to help them out by like pushing it in their mouth a little bit.
Kind of get it in there.
Yeah.
Anything else on the potty training? Because that usually is the what should I do? How long should it be? You know, it's kind of those questions that we get.
Yeah, another thing I wanted to bring up with the potty training that I see a lot is using puppy pads.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So I personally don't like using puppy pads once the puppy, you know, gets home, because it can kind of make it confusing for them to learn to actually go outside. There are times where puppy pads make sense in certain situations, right. But I prefer to have people just teach their puppy to go outside in the grass. Yeah. That way they don't have to learn to go inside and then undo that to learn how to go outside. It can make it kind of confusing for them. So yeah, I personally don't love puppy pads just because, and a lot of the dogs that I've had people reach out about that are the hardest to potty train are dogs who, good job, have gotten used to going on the puppy pads inside. Because again, it can be hard to kind of undo that and teach them like a different, you know, spots to go.
And a lot of that would be probably their environment. You know, if someone lives in a condo, they don't have a backyard, right? You know, or apartment, or which we do get. You know, there's several families that do live in that space, so they would have to. I mean, there's things out there though. There's like fake grass you can actually order. That you can put on your good job. You know, your little wherever in the house or if you have like a porch.
Or even like the balcony.
Yeah, balcony. Yeah,
put those in the balcony, which is good.
Things that you can do. I think there's several places that have those things. The fake grass, you can get an auto shipment where it actually ships to your house and at certain times of the year. And
because they have ones that it's like it's real, like it's actual grass.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Those are cool.
Absolutely, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
You can even buy artificial things like Lowe's or.
Yep.
There's definitely some things out there, but that's a great point.
Yeah. So yeah, she's into these lamb treats, but it is like takes a second for it to make it into your mouth, huh, cutie pie? There you go. Good job. There you go. All right. So she likes the lamb, which will be good to know for next week. All right. So I guess I can switch to the big guys now.
Yeah, we're going to switch over now to the Bernedoodles. These are Luna's multigenerational medium Bernedoodles. Maybe if you want to grab loudmouth Orangey. Right over here by, see her barking?
Oh, her.
Orange, yeah. We will do the girls first, or however you want to do it. Whichever's easiest for you to grab.
Here we go. She's so precious.
Loudmouth. He's getting everybody all worked up in the room behind me. It's like, great. Hopefully that you can still hear you. On the video, you'll be able to, as far as the Facebook one, but like I'm not too sure. Hopefully Instagram is picking up your voice.
All right.
Good.
So little orange. Yeah. So let's see. I guess the bigger ones are more.
This is exciting.
I guess we'll start with the lamb for her because the past couple liked the lamb. What do you think? Oh, that smells good. Oh. And again, it's like she wants it. I can feel her tail.
So funny,
I feel it hitting me.
I can see it, right from underneath your arm. So this is orange, and we're starting now with Luna's multi-generational medium Bernedoodles. And we're here with Erika from Top Choice Dog Training. And we're kind of doing some more puppy culture today, Friday. We're using some freeze-dried kind of pet treats and that she brought with her. Just kind of get them used to treats, really.
Yes.
To the training phase.
Yeah, because it is interesting. A lot of times, it's like they want the treat, but they're like, "How do I?"
We don't understand it.
Yeah, how do I get it?
What do I do?
In my mouth.
I'm just used to eating kibble. This is definitely different.
Yeah. And then I wanted to bring up another point with the potty training, and that is the most common times that like a puppy's going to have to go potty. So obviously it's like, after they eat or after they drink a bunch of water, they're probably gonna have to go.
Yeah.
But also if they wake up from a nap. So if they're sleeping and they wake up from a nap, they're probably gonna have to go.
Yeah. That's a great point.
So whether that's, they're napping just in the house in their bed, or if they were in their crate for a nap, I would say as soon as you let them out of the crate, take them outside. Another one is after they're doing a lot of running around or playing, that usually, kind of
stimulates
them moving a little bit, and they're going to have to go.
Gets things moving,
Yeah. So, if you're playing with them a lot in the house, take them outside after. What was another one? Oh, there you go. Good job. Yeah, that's pretty yummy, huh? That's the lamb one that you like.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There you go.
So the lamb and the salmon's kind of the hit for both of them, all of them, pretty much. We'll see.
Get back.
Oh, she's got it going on now.
Yeah. You're going for my shoelaces, huh? There you go. And it's funny too because sometimes like they're going for the treat and they nibble your finger a little bit. Again, it's like that. Like they're like clumsy a little bit. So
just getting them used to it. That's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
Great idea.
That's my finger, not the treat. There you go. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, she did great.
Yeah. Maybe one more? You want one more? Oh, and that one ends up coming back out.
He's like, I just don't know how to chew yet. Maybe it was big.
And these are like, they're kind of crunchy. Okay. So I don't want any more treats. All right, we'll put you back. But you did like the lamb ones. Okie dokie. Let's see who's next.
You can just grab whatever's easiest for you.
Okay, let's see.
Good thing is they're all kind of up and around. I think last Friday we had to wake them up.
Yeah, they're up and at them today.
Green boy.
Sure, yeah.
He's a big one.
Yeah. All right, let's see what you like. Try maybe one of these.
Anything else for like potty training that you can think of? That's usually that's generally the big question. We also send out some things from Baxter and Bella. So Rosie sends those infograms out to everybody, all the parents, and emails, and people can sign up for that, which is great. It's a lifetime membership.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think sometimes people wonder, how often to take them out. So I would definitely say, when they're still young, like even just the 8 to 12 weeks, I'd be taking them out at least every 2 hours. But when they first get home, maybe even every hour, just to give them plenty of opportunities to go.
Yeah. Because
Go ahead. Okay. I was just gonna say it can definitely be helpful too to keep track of what time you're feeding them, what time they're drinking water, and then what time they go potty. That way you can kind of learn their schedule too, because some dogs it's like clockwork. It's they eat and then it's 30 minutes later on the dot that they have to go.
That's a great point, because we do get that asked, what time do we feed? Mm-hmm. And if people want to stay on that same schedule, I mean, we do it based on kind of our schedule, just to get them on a schedule.
Yeah.
So they're used to that. But it's going to be based on puppies. These guys eat twice a day for sure. So.
Oh, and that was another point I was going to bring up too with the potty training is having them on a set schedule for feeding is helpful, because some people like to free feed their dogs where they leave the bowl out all day, but that's going to make it really hard to predict when they have to go potty. If A, you're not noticing when they're actually eating that food, but also B, if they're kind of eating small amounts all day, they're going to have to go potty all day. So it makes it kind of harder.
That's great advice. Great feedback. Yeah, schedule is really the way to go.
Yeah.
And kind of and literally right now what they do, because we have the potty box in here.
Yeah.
But they are playing and immediately stop right where they're standing for the most part and just pee. So they're going to do that in your house.
Yeah.
So. It's
and
just
I think
really
too, with the potty training, sometimes they're gonna have up and downs where it's it seems like they're doing really good, but maybe they'll have an accident, and then it'll kind of just be then maybe every once in a while they have an accident. So it is kind of it's a process. So it definitely takes some patience, and obviously nobody likes to have to be cleaning up messes in their house and stuff, but it is they're just babies, so it can take a minute for them to learn sometimes.
And the key to success is that everybody's on the same page. So if you're a family of 5, all 5 need to be doing the same thing. Would you agree? Kind of, is that a good suggestion?
For sure. Yeah, definitely. Getting everybody on the same page. And that's another reason why it can be helpful to write everything down, because that way if you weren't the one to take out the puppy, you might not know when the last time they went was. Or
Yeah. That's a good point. Wow, that's a great suggestion. So that was Green Boy.
Yeah, he didn't really take any, but again, sometimes it's with puppies. If we would have done this 30 minutes later, maybe he would have then wanted them. So it's the appetite's kind of fluctuating.
Who you got?
So we got Blue.
Woo-hoo. Blue. Or Teal.
Teal,
yeah.
Okay. Let's see if you like any. And then we also had Tia asked about how to get the puppy comfortable with being alone without crying and barking. That's another thing that can kind of take a little bit of time, because when they are, when you first get your dog home, they've been used to being with, their litter mates and stuff. So it can be going from being around to so many of their, siblings and other puppies to being completely alone can be scary for some puppies. But I know you guys send them home with those little snuggle puppies.
Sure.
So those can help sometimes.
Well, not everybody gets one. For the most part, it's probably a 90%.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the ones that I've got, they come in with their little.
Yeah.
But also just kind of being mindful and doing it in small increments as much as possible. So even just leaving your puppy in a room while you walk to a different room for a couple seconds and coming back.
Just to start the process.
Yeah, if you're able to take those baby steps before it comes to leaving the house for a couple hours, that can help to kind of ease them into being alone. I will also say it can be helpful to when you do come back into the room or come back home, try not to make a big fuss about it. I know it can be hard, because especially if you're gone and you just come home, it's you're excited to see your puppy, but try not to, make a big show of it. You come in the door, oh my gosh, hi, like, and get them all riled up, because that can kind of, oh, you like those ones? That can kind of
creates the jumping and stuff, right?
Yeah, I can contribute to the jumping, because if you're excited, your puppy's gonna get excited,
right?
And
that's definitely gonna match your energy, man.
Always, yeah.
Especially Goldendoodles,
Bernedoodles.
Yeah. Not that other dogs didn't, but just from what we know and learn.
Good job. Okay, interesting. So
yeah, that was a great question too.
Yeah, because it can be hard to have your puppy whining and stuff if they're not in the room with you. But so she likes these, like, just these normal training treats more than the freeze-dried ones, which is
nice.
A first. Are those yummies? Yeah, there you go. Good job.
And so we're here with Erika from Choice Dog Training, hanging out, and we're doing Culture Friday. Next week we'll move a little bit more into the actual training of, like, sit.
Yep. Yeah. And getting them
down,
used to, like, the clicker too, to start associating that with, like, a positive, reward. Good job.
Yep. So for today, we're kind of introducing treats, because she'll be using treats moving forward.
Yep.
The next few weeks, they're still here with us as we move into more training and getting them ready for the families.
Yep. We got a few different options of treats today, and it's so interesting to see, like, how each one kind of has their little preference of what they like.
Yeah. So she worked with Beauji's petite Goldendoodles first, and now she's kind of moved into the bigger guys and girls of Luna's Bernedoodles, the medium multigenerational Bernedoodles. We have a few more spots on our list with Luna's puppies. So please reach out to us. You can see all the things on our website, and of course we're on all the social media platforms, including YouTube.
All right. So she ate a few of the normal training treats.
And she just was working with Teal. Maybe right in front of,
or you want to?
Let's see
your little belly. You're giving me your belly.
I think that's lilac, so maybe. I gotta see. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is.
Her little
lilac. She got a little belly rub before coming out. It's so cute.
She is. Don't let her fool you, though. She's a little sassy.
What?
Lilac. She's super cute, though.
Yeah, she is really cute.
First one that was kind of very intrigued. As she got older, she would come to me and Rosie, and first one that kind of started barking a little bit.
Yeah.
To hear her voice.
She's got a personality. Oh,
yeah.
Dropped it. So this is a little salmon treat that she likes.
You can see that tail moving.
Yeah. But again, you can kind of see how it's like they look at the tree and they almost did it, and then they drop it, and it's like, it's a little messy, huh? But again, when it comes to, like, the clicker training, when you introduce them to the clicker, it's like you want the treat to be making it to their mouth within seconds. So it is, helpful for them to get the treat without it falling everywhere, because by the time they get the treat to their mouth at that point, it's like they might have heard the clicker sound too long before.
Gotcha.
Good job.
That's a great shot, the way her tail is.
Yeah. Did you eat that one? Good job. You didn't drop that one, huh? And it is good to see, too, when they're, like, actually moving toward the treat, because that can help, too, with, being able to use the treat to kind of guide them and lure them, because that's really what you want, is for them to be following that treat, so that way you can kind of get them where you want them.
Look in your wrist. Keep it going. Keep it going, Miss Erika. Don't stop.
Hi, cutie. Hi. You are so precious. Let's see. Tia was also asking how often to be feeding and exercising a young puppy. So how often to be feeding? I think you send them home on eating twice a day.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and that the feeding part can kind of be a question that you might ask your vet, because they might have more specific recommendations based on your dog.
Right.
But I prefer to see puppies eating twice a day. Some people will do 3 times a day, but that kind of also ties back in to the potty training. And, the more often they're eating the food or the more spaced out it is, the more often they're going to have to be going potty too, which is something to keep in mind.
Right.
And then the exercising portion, you're going to town on these.
Yeah,
I like
she loves it. The salmon? All
yeah,
the salmon?
She's like really into these. And she's getting better about taking them without it, falling all over the place, which is good. So how much to exercise. So with young puppies, a lot of, what you do, whether it's exercising or playing or training, it's better to keep things short for them. So, like 5 minutes of play or 5 minutes of training, just because their attention spans are pretty short at this age. So when it comes to, training and stuff, it's better to keep it short before you tire out their brains too much. But also when they are, in that 8-week baby range, you don't want to be too hardcore with like the exercising part, just because they're still kind of developing. So doing too much jumping or like hard running can be kind of tough on their bodies. But puppies also need a lot of sleep too. See, that was a big yawn, right? Yeah, they need a lot of sleep. And it is kind of interesting because a lot of the puppy behaviors that people reach out to me for, like the puppy, nipping on your hands and things like that, is a symptom of an overtired puppy. Yeah, you're doing big yawns. You're proving my point, huh?
Getting tired of just eating, yeah.
I know, it's a hard life. Just
it is, really.
Getting fed. It's like, it's exhausting. You really like those ones though, huh? Yeah, so far, she's definitely had the easiest time with taking the treats from the hand. And you had the biggest appetite so far. Cutie
Doesn't
pie.
surprise me for Lilac. It's kind of been the first on everything.
Okay. Did we already do you? What are you? You are... What is this color? Purple?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know all the specific color names. Okay. I don't think we did purple yet, did we?
No. I'm keeping track here too.
Right. Cutie pie. All right.
Actually, somebody is asking a question right here on the live. So Katie is asking, thank you, Katie. I wanted to ask, what is the best sleeping practices during the night? Is it bad to let them sleep with you? It's funny. Is it bad to let them sleep with you when they are puppies? So 2 questions. Want me to repeat it, or you got it?
I think I got it. Let me know if I forget a portion of that question. But I would say, the first couple nights when you get them home, again, kind of like how I was mentioning earlier, it can be a big transition from them to go from being with their litter mates all day to being, totally alone in a house. Sometimes it can be helpful to kind of ease them into that, to sleep in the room with you. I would recommend having a crate in your room. If you want your puppy to sleep in the bed, that's kind of like personal preference. But if you start them off that way, be prepared for it to be hard to undo that.
That's great.
But when they are young, like 8 weeks, I personally wouldn't want them sleeping actually in the bed, just because they're still, potty training and things like that. But I would probably have, crate in the room. You can have it next to your bed. for them to sleep in. That way they're not, just totally alone. And every dog is kind of different in that aspect. Some dogs can be totally fine with, first night sleeping in the crate by themselves in a different room. Other dogs are going to take a little bit longer to be okay with that. But it can be a good opportunity to have them sleep in the crate to get them used to being in there, and also for it to feel like a comfortable, safe space. And with the crate training, not everybody, really wants to focus on crate training, but I will say it can be good to consider the fact that, especially with Doodles, they're going to be going to groomers a lot. If you take them to the groomer, or sometimes even at the vet, a lot of times they are going to be crated for part of that. Like at the groomer, when they're finished and they're waiting for you to pick them up, a lot of places will put them in a crate. So it can be good for your dog to be used to that. That way that's not, a stressful experience for them. But what do you think? You want to try that one? You looked at it a little bit. Yeah. Did I answer?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Sorry.
I went off and I was like,
I wasn't sure if you were still going.
No, yeah, I was kind of thinking.
Thank you so much, Katie. And you're actually anybody. Yeah, she says thank you. Katie does.
Oh, thank you for asking.
Yeah, that's great. Anybody can ask a question too in the live feed. So we're on Instagram Live right now, right this second. So please feel free to ask some questions that maybe we haven't covered. And again, thank you, Katie, for that. And then Tia, right, is the one who asked some of the other questions. Some great questions. And we try to think of some questions, and Erika, and us were some of the things that have come up in the past where it's typically like the bathroom, the potty times and eating schedules and maybe even more, training down the road, like how much is enough, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. She's really going for him now. It took you a minute, but now you're really going for him, huh?
I think training can always be ongoing, right? Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, when you first get a puppy, obviously there's, the command aspect, teaching them to sit and down, obedience commands, but there's also the aspect of socialization and getting them used to hearing different sounds, which you guys do a good job of starting them with different noises. But it's just another thing to think about too, because in that 8 to 12 week range, it's a good time to start exposing them to as many things as you can. That way, as they get older and they're growing, it's going to help them to not, have as many fear issues with things like that. So again, you have the commands that you want to, teach your dog and your puppy, but there is that crucial window of time to expose them to different sounds and things. So I like to recommend with puppies, because obviously in that 8 to 12 to 16 week window, they're not probably going to be completely up to date on their vaccinations until they're a little bit older. So it can be, you want to be careful taking them out places and things like that.
Right.
But one thing that can be helpful is, if you take them to, a pet store or something, you can put them in the car and, bring a blanket, lay the blanket in the cart. That way they're not actually touching anything, but they're still getting that exposure to seeing different people and hearing noises.
That's a great added feedback and suggestions. Obviously, that typically is a question of when can I go to the dog park. So that's a big deal. You want to make sure that the puppy gets all the vaccinations before you let them run around at the dog park, because there's a lot of things out there. But yeah, if you want to socialize them to go out, put them in a little buggy and stuff. I see that. It seems like you see dogs more than ever.
Oh yeah.
Out in the communities and stuff now. And, actually, Katie just added Lainey and I are interested in additional training with Erika. So sounds like you
awesome.
going to be working with her more. That's awesome.
Yeah,
we love that.
Super cool.
We love it.
Yeah, I love working with the Doodles. They're so smart.
They are super smart.
Okay, I think you don't want any more treats. This one did good. Little Purple did good about taking the treats. She really liked just the normal. Oh, I'm making a mess. She liked the normal, just little training treats.
Okay, yeah. So Blue Boy is left, and also let's see, Blue Boy, I think, is laying in the bucket because that's green. That's in front of you, but he's like, yeah, that's blue. Yeah, that's pretty sure. Can you get him?
I think so. You're sleeping. I'm waking you up. You were in that bucket. You're a little wet. I know you were sleeping. I woke you up to eat treats. Somebody is like missing their blue.
And then little Miss Mauve is after Blue Boy. So these are Luna's multi-generational medium Bernedoodles that Erika's currently working with. And he's like, no, I don't really like salmon. or what was he?
I want to go back and see. Yeah, that was the salmon one. He was like, your little nose is moving for that lamb one,
so
though.
Funny.
What do you think? And it really does sometimes take them a minute to start eating them. Because I was like with
Was he sleep? He was probably sleeping a little bit there too.
Yeah. So. You're probably a little groggy.
So funny how they like to lay by the water bowl.
Yeah. You want to try the other one? We got options for you. We're going to find out what you like.
So today's puppy culture is on Friday, and Culture Friday. Woohoo! Introducing some treats. And if you just joined us, we're with Erika from Choice Dog Training. And she is basically kind of just sharing treats for the very first time. These guys and girls haven't had any treats before. Mm-hmm. Kind of the first kind of steps in going into next week's training. So thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yeah.
She's working with Luna's Bernedoodles. And we still have a few spots left on for Luna's puppies. And tomorrow is so exciting. Puppy pick day. Woohoo!
Yay!
We love to meet everyone, all the families, and
there you go.
Super awesome.
There you go. All right. Did you get it in your mouth?
And today we're asking some questions, or you guys are actually asking some questions. So please throw some questions. We had a few. One that was on live when we're live on Instagram. So just type it in there, and I'll see it, and that way I can shoot it over to Erika. And she's got some questions that some people have already asked that we've kind of included on this live feed, and we'll post this on Facebook and YouTube and all our platforms. Today's.
That one's chewy, huh? Good job.
So don't be scared. Please ask away. That's what we're here for. That's what Erika's here for. She wants to help as much as possible. That's what we want to do.
Yeah. Exactly.
So don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Sometimes getting a new puppy is scary.
Oh my gosh, yeah, don't kidding.
So please
Puppies are hard.
No question is a bad question. We want to know, and you might even ask something that others want to know. So
exactly.
So please ask away. That's what she's here for. And thank you for the questions, Miss Katie and Miss Tia. Thank you so much for
those were really good questions.
Asking some questions, and we kind of threw in some that we've received, along the way through the few years that we've been doing this, and of course, Erika's thrown some out there that she commonly gets asked.
Yeah.
And we're working with some entry into the Is he doing it?
Go. Yeah.
Which one?
Good job. That was the salmon one.
Yeah. I feel like
he ate some of the lamb ones.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I was going to say, I feel like salmon's kind of the...
Yeah, a lot of them seem to be super into the salmon.
Winner, salmon dinner? No, I don't know.
Good job. And see, it is kind of interesting, too, how, like, at first, they sometimes are not interested in the treat at all, but sometimes if you kind of keep offering it to them, they'll kind of work up to it. Yeah, isn't that right? Another one?
They're all crashed, man. It's tough being a puppy.
Right.
Holy cow. Look at all.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
In the puppy butt, in the potty butt. With their head just laying it out.
There you go. Good job. Very nice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there you go. Good. See, he's kind of like moving toward the treat more, which again is good. He's kind of.
And you can see his nose like really moving around, twitching just as he's smelling it.
Yep.
It's funny.
There you go. Oh. Good job, buddy. Yeah, it's one of those things that seems so like simple, like, oh, just give him a treat. But it is like, you know, they're so young and clumsy that they don't always, you know, like they smell it, it smells good, but oh, that was a big yawn. Oh my goodness. What do you think? You want one more? Yeah, there you go.
I mean, we're seeing it live that some of them are taking a few minutes just to even, they smell it, but they're not really even opening their mouth to take it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
And some would like Lilac's like, give me it.
Yeah, Lilac was all about it.
He was.
Okay, you liked salmon and lamb. You liked both of them. You want one more? He literally turned away. You want that last one? No? Okay. I'm not going to force you to eat a treat, okay? All right, and then I know we have
Mauve. Yeah, I think she was in this corner earlier. Oh, she might have moved. Let's see. Oh, here she is.
Hi, cutie pie.
She is the last one. Little Miss Mauve.
Cutie pie. All right, we'll start with the lamb. Want to try the lamb? What's that? You smell it?
She is definitely smelling it.
Yeah, what is that? All right, we can try a salmon one. Maybe you're more of a salmon girl. What do you think? I don't know, I'm going to give you a minute because sometimes it just takes a minute to decide you want it. Alright, we can try these ones. This has been a favorite for a couple of the puppies. So, I was going to mention too, like what I like to look for in a training treat, because obviously there's so many different types of treats. You go to the pet store and it's like so many different ones. So I have a couple of freeze-dried ones. I've got salmon and lamb freeze-dried treats, which I find for a lot of dogs to be more of like a higher value treat. Like a lot of them go crazy for them. And then I also have just these little training treats that are just like these small little like chewy pieces, which can also be good. But essentially you want a treat that is going to be like quick for the dog to swallow and not generate a bunch of crumbs. So when you use something like a milk bone or something, it's like the dog is going to eat it, but they're going to sit there crunching on it for so long, and then, oh, there you go. And then, you know, they're going to drop crumbs from the treat. Now they're sniffing all the crumbs off the floor, and it can make it hard to like move on to the next thing. Oh, you like those ones. Good job.
Which ones are those?
It's just the normal little training treats.
Nice.
Yeah. Which I kind of thought
they'd all kind of jump on.
Yeah.
Not so much. We like salmon up in here.
Yeah, fancy. Good job.
Yeah, that's a great point too, because you're right. If they're just something quick, a quick bite, quick reward.
Yeah, and also, I mean, if you're doing like a full training session with your dog, you're probably going to be going through a lot of treats. So it can be good to have something that you can break up into small pieces. Like even those training treats, like they're small, but I even break them up even smaller. Obviously for the puppies because they got small mouths, but they really don't need much. Like you don't need to give them a huge treat every time they do something, just something small.
Right.
Whoop. I keep dropping them. There you go. So yeah, she's kind of learning to actually grab the treat because again, like I've said a couple times, it's like they lick at it, but then them licking at it just makes it fall. It doesn't make it into their mouth because they're just licking. So they kind of have to learn to actually like grab it with their mouth, but she's
doing great.
Picking up on.
She's just like laying in your lap. That's so funny.
Okay, maybe let's go back to the freeze dried and see if you like those now. Yeah, you worked up an appetite on the other ones, and now
it's funny.
And I don't know if you can see on like the camera, but she's like moving towards it to really
you
go
actually
for
can't
it.
see, so it's a great shot.
Which is
how you have her facing.
Good job.
And you're kind of pulling your hand back a little bit, right? I see that.
Yeah.
So she kind of does have to move forward.
Yeah, like when you pull it back and she continues to follow after it. That's good because again, it makes it easier when you're using the treats to actually lure their bodies to get them to kind of like do the motions that you want. When they're following after the treat and really going for it, it's gonna make it easier than if they're just like, because some dogs will like take a treat from you and like they're happy to eat the treat, but they don't want to like work for the treat by like moving around. But she's doing good, and she's eating all the different treats. Yeah. You like all them, huh? But again, another example of where like at first she didn't want any, but once they kind of work up that appetite, sometimes they can. Is that so yummy? You're a pro.
She is. Her looking around after.
I was so just funny. Like, where's the next one? Good job. And she's good about, sometimes they'll take the treat and they'll chew on it a little bit and then just spit it out, but she's actually swallowing them, which is good. Wow, you're good.
All great stuff. Well, thank you, Erika, for being here today and joining us at Stormie's Doodles. And I'm Chris at Stormie's Doodles. And we were here with Culture Friday with these guys and girls again, Luna's and Beauji's little puppies. And Erika from Choice Dog Training is always amazing to have you here. And thank you so much. And we'll see you next week.
And guys, thanks for all the great questions too.
That was great. Great having everybody. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you, guys.